Right, here's the next programming task that we're going to look at, and again we're going to spend a wee bit of time reading the scenario. Now, like before, you should be trying to think about your standard algorithms. Now, I know from having read this that it's not a standard algorithm question, but always be thinking about what they are. So, let's read it. The website allows customers to leave ratings of 1 to 5 stars for any items purchased. As each rating is received, a server-side script is used to recalculate the average rating for the item and then update the average rating displayed on the website. The web server stores the total number of ratings received for each of them along with the overall average rating for each item. Using the pseudocode, or a language with which we are familiar, write an algorithm for this script. Now, again, there's nothing in there about counting occurrences, find min, it's basically finding an average, and it's worth 4 marks. So it tells you that a rating is received, so we need to receive a rating. So that's the first thing that happens, right? Still be trying to think input, process and output. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to not write down any numbers because I might want to change. If I was writing this in an exam, I would be leaving it a blank line in between each one that I write. I'd be leaving a gap just in case I realise that I need some things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say here receive rating from keyboard. Right, so that's me getting it from the user. Now when I get that rating from the user, in order to calculate an average, I need to have my total number of ratings, and then I need to add my new rating to it. I also need to know how many users that I've got, right? So in the class, if I was calculating the average age, I would take everybody's age, I would add it together, and then I would divide you by the number of people in the class. If somebody else joined the class, I would need to take their age and add it on and add that one person to the number of people in the class. So that's what we're doing here. So what I need to do is I now need to calculate the total ratings. So I've received the rating, I need to calculate the total. So I write set total rating to total rating plus rating. Right, so whatever they've just said, I've now added that to the total. I then now need to calculate the total number of customers. So set total customers to total customers plus 1. Now, it didn't tell me in there what any of these variables were, so I'm just making them up. Okay, so I just go, right, okay, what do I think what is it I think that the variables are going to be? So I've got my total ratings now, I've got my total number of customers, so the next thing is how do I calculate an average? Well, my average is obviously my total divided by my number, so set average to, can't spell, sorry about that, to total rating divided by total customers, and that's how I get an average. And then what it wants me to do is possibly output it, and I'm just going to write a send average to display. Now I know that program's working, I am quite happy that program's working and that it's all in the right order. So now what I would do is I would go back and I would put in my steps. Please remember, try and remember to put in your numbers. Now here's the other thing, I have written this in Haggis. As you very well know, you don't need to have written that in Haggis. So for example, up here I could have said get rating from user. Total rating equals total rating plus rating. Total customers equals total customers plus 1. Average equals total rating divided by total customers. Display average. I could have written it that way. That's absolutely fine. You cannot be marked wrong for not writing in Haggis.